What's going on, guys? My name is Colton, and you're here on the Whiskey Weather YouTube channel, and I'm going to be sharing today with you the 5 things you need as a musician in 2020. Let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to have is a pre-show checklist. Here's mine. It basically covers everything from the start of the day, of what to do, what not to do, and goes all the way down to everything that you need for the show, including PAs, different PAs, everything like that. This makes it a lot easier. You can put this on the back of the vehicle you're loading into and just check things off as they go in. So a pre-show checklist is the first thing I recommend for musicians in 2020. Number 2 is going to be Germ-X, Purell. People are fucking nasty. People have been, regardless of the disease or pandemic that we're living in right now. Germ-X is something you're going to want to have on you. People are going to want to touch you, talk to you, hand you drinks, whatever. You're going to want to need. You're going to want to have this for that reason, regardless of whatever. You should be using this already. But here's the number 2 thing you need as a musician in 2020: Germ-X. Number 3, you're going to want a fan. Here, I live in Florida, and all my shows are in Florida or South Alabama. It is really hot, and being that we have to practice social distancing, most of the shows are outside. This fan is amazing. I think I paid like $50 for it. It's got outlets on the front right there. And yeah, it's got a long cable you can plug into any outlet you got around you. This thing makes it a lot easier. Performance is super quiet. You can't even hear it when you got stage volume and regular audience noise, ambience noise, whatever. This thing is an amazing lifesaver. It is a must-have. Number 3 for what musicians need in 2020. Number 4, you're going to want some merchandise. It's already hard enough to get people to come to shows or to stream music or to look you up on YouTube. Merchandise is a easy way to help bring in some extra revenue, especially right now when you're not really certain of how many people's going to turn out. I get these koozies made for about $1.50 a piece, and I turn around and sell them for $3 to $4, depending on the expected turnout of the show. But you ain't got to get t-shirts made. Some stickers, it costs you 50 to 75 cents a piece. Sell them for $1 or $2. People want to spend money, regardless of whether or not you believe it. People do want to spend money, and simple merchandising is an easy way to bring in extra revenue right now. So I would recommend, if you're out there, invest in some koozies, stickers, bottle openers, patches, anything kind of small that you can put low into and get high out of. So for number 4 is going to be merchandise. Before we get to number 5, which I guess would be number 1, I guess I kind of went backwards with this, is business cards. Business cards are a good way to get your name out there. Again, we're going back into times of uncertainty. And this, you got a bunch of drunk people. They're not gonna remember your band name. They're not gonna remember your name. But if you can give out 50 of these, just simple business cards. I had these made by a cousin of mine. I don't think she paid too much for them. But these right here are a good way to make sure people can remember you tomorrow morning, can look you up. These are an easy way for people to get a hold of you. So before I get to number 5, this right here is a bonus one: business cards. Get them made. You need them. Hand them out. Use them. All right, and number 5, the most important thing I think you need right now as an amateur weekend ward musician in 2020 is a creative tip jar. Let me show you. So this is mine. This right here says tips, rubbers, and whiskey ain't cheap. It plays off the theme of the country and the name Whiskey Weather. This right here has made me more money than the actual gigs have paid. I cannot recommend enough a creative tip jar. People want to spend money. I'm telling you, they want to give you money. They want to support you, especially if they like you. And this is the money I'm making here is not from requests. I have a set list, so I don't play requests. So the money I get in here is not from playing Purple Rain or playing recommended songs. This is money just strictly given to me because they enjoyed the show. So a tip jar. If you don't have something they can put money in, they can't give you money. So there's nothing more I recommend than a creative tip jar. All right, well there you go, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Those are my top 5 things you need as a musician in 2020. I've got plenty more videos I want to shoot here and put them up. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. I've got more stuff coming up. I got a little news talk show kind of thing I want to put on here. This is the first top 5 series I'm going with, And like I said, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you're already here, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.